Starbucks order. So yeah, yeah, I'll send that out and we'll go from there. Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like people that side or something. Oh, do you want to start? I think she's talking to. Huh? That's not funny. Should we just start? So we're ending it. You don't forget me.
We're looking at maybe something similar.
Yeah.
I'll take them all. I'll take this.
All right.
Almost. We're 5 minutes, about a minute ago.
That's it.
Oh, what am I doing?
That's not good.
I don't know where to put all these notes. Oh, sorry.
I'm in a little station right now.
No, I'm I didn't plug in.
Please be reminded that if you want to speak on the agenda item or non-agenda item, please state the name and
Mayor, you are live.
good evening. The time now is 6:17 on October 23rd, 2024. I would like to reconvene the City Council successor agency to the Westminster Development Agency meeting. Meeting called to order. Please take the roll call.
Mayor Wing,
I'm here.
Vice Mayor Hill,
I'm here.
Councilwoman Jen West,
Ben was here.
Councilmember Bonta,
I'm here.
Councilmember Wing. Mayor Department, Councilmember Wing absent.
Thank you. Next is salute the flag by Councilmember William, which is he's not here right now. He's on over the sign. Can somebody go and get him for the salute the flag? And the invocation will be by led by Vice Mayor. If not, then I will ask if Councilmember Mezzo can do help us to lead the second meeting, please.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing and bow your heads. Heavenly Father, enable those who gather this evening to discharge their duties with honesty and integrity. May we all be blessed in the knowledge of your truth and sacrifice in the observance of just laws. We ask your assistance in providing all of us in attendance with wisdom, understanding, strength, and patience. Bless and guide this evening's deliberations. Amen.
Thank you very much. I just want to make sure that you know that I didn't mind the council member that I was stopping the meeting 5 minutes, which is 5 minutes ago. And the council member just spoke to me that allegiance meeting inside, and I just want to let you know that what happened. So sorry what happened. Next is I just want to thank Councilmember Menzel and also Vice Mayor for the signing of the flag invocation. Next is the attorney for the closed session reports.
Skip the city clerk report. Do you want to skip the city clerk report?
No, I'm ready on this one. Okay, yes, there was one item on the closed session agenda which concerned the potential initiation of litigation and the council had a discussion on this. Council member or Councilwoman West and Councilmember Malcolm Nguyen were absent during this discussion. They were aware of the item, but they were not present. On a motion made by Vice Mayor Kimberly Ho and seconded by Councilmember Monzo, they authorized the hiring of outside counsel to file with the court to seek a civil injunctive order against Council member Amy Fan West and Council member Nam Quan Nguyen. The injunction would seek to require the following: that they defer to the mayor's role as chair of the meeting, require them to follow Robert's Rules of Order, don't speak unless you have been given the floor to speak, stop speaking when your time is up, don't interrupt when someone else has the floor, don't take phone calls and speak to live stream during council meetings, don't do any other activity that unreasonably interferes with the ability of other council members to conduct their role during council meetings, including but not limited to recording from the dais during meetings if it unreasonably interferes with other council members, and to seek fines if they violate the court order, and that fines and penalties issued by the court would be payable by those council members personally, and that the council, as part of their motion, made it clear that the city would not pay for any legal representation to defend those two council members in this matter. There's nothing further to report.
City Attorney, I want to make a statement to that. So I just got an email from Christian this evening. So let me read to you. So I got an email from Christian because I asked what's on the closed session item, and he mentioned that he wants to let me know that the closed session item is basically talking about, this is what he said. The mayor asked for this closed session item to be added for today's closed session. He's requesting permission to have the city hire an outside attorney, which is using the taxpayer money, who would file for the court to seek a civil injunction against you and Nam Quang versus Amy Fan West and Nam Quang. A court order that would require you to follow the rule of the council meeting when it comes to speaking. In other words, to tell you, you must listen to the mayor and only talk when he says it's your turn, and to stop talking when he says you must stop. Now, I sent him a text message afterwards saying, Christian, thank you for letting me know what the closed session will be on. I will not be attending the closed session because what the mayor requests is unconstitutional, violating my First Amendment, and is illegal. So with that, myself, I did not attend for that reason because I will stand by the people, and the people deserve to know if you're gonna hire, using the people's money to hire an outside attorney to politically attack your colleagues in District 1 and 2, Councilwoman Amy Fan West and Nam Quang, the people deserve to know and they should have a say in it. So that's the reason why I did not go to closed session tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. And I personally thank Councilmember and also Councilmember Menzel for the motion and second on this item. I think it's indeed that we need to have that. We don't have to do this if we don't have to work. Yes, in our city council meeting, but unfortunately we have to proceed this way. So I appreciate for you both motion and second on that, and we have that order. Thank you very much. Next is export communication. If there's any, we are not going to discuss it right now, so please, you have to read. So next is export communication. Is there anything for that? Hearing none, seeing none, so I will move on with the city clerk report, please.
I'm walking in an item, city attorney knows that.
Right, I guess, yeah, so that was something you had mentioned. I think there was a request to walk an item.
Oh, well, is it?
I
haven't heard anything yet.
You have, because city attorney talked to you, you told me to be brief. Mayor, you told me, city
Not-
attorney
not
to
to
tell
be-
me
not
to
to
be
happen.
brief, only have 30 seconds to talk about the walk.
If you want to request
So don't lie to the public.
But if you
That's
want
why
to
it's like
request
something.
for the item, request it now, I haven't heard. You have to
Don't lie to the people.
from this side, from the beginning to now.
So the mayor, you can continue to lie to the people, go ahead, and I'm walking in an item because it's urgent.
Please just continue to make your
So
motion to what.
can I walk in an item? Okay?
Go ahead. What item that you want to walk on?
So I'm walking in an urgent item because of what's happening with the mobile home parks, the redevelopment. I'm okay with the mixed use redevelopment in our city to redevelop it to beautify our city. I'm all okay with that. But now when on the map that you guys voted on September 11th to pass through without discussing or asking the resident and homeowner in the mobile home park that overlap those mixed use, and rezoning area. That is unacceptable. The people should always have a say. The landlord, the homeowner, and the resident should always have a say. So what I'm proposing is that a resolution should be crafted up to state that the city will never do eminent domain on those mobile home park area because those mobile home people who lives there are on a fixed income and they're usually senior citizen and they don't have the income to rent another home or buy another home in Orange County. Because if you think about it, every home in Orange County isn't what $1 million right now. And where would those senior citizens or people who are less fortunate or low income would be living in, or where would they buy a home house in Orange County? So basically, they will be displaced. And so my resolution is to have city pass, that's what I just said. So this, I asked the city to craft up a resolution stating that we would not do eminent domain over those mobile home parks in the city of Westminster. Because I know, Mr. Mayor, you always mention that you care, Kimberly and Monta as well, you care for the mobile home park people, and that you
Yes.
you are concerned for them, so I think this is your interest as well.
Okay, so the request is that you would walk an item onto the agenda to craft a resolution that you would never do eminent domain on mobile home parks.
Yes.
And for all the reasons that you stated. In order to walk an item onto the agenda, it has to be something that arose after the agenda was posted.
Exactly.
And that it has to be of sufficient urgency that action needs to be taken tonight. So a 4/5 of the council would have to vote to walk an item on. And so with that, is that something the council is willing to consider?
I had my second, now I'm saying my second. Mr.
Right, well, I have a second. Is there a second to the motion?
Yes, I second her.
And
No, I just find it funny that she's has to speak for Councilmember Wynn, and I'm sure he has the ability to speak for himself. You're probably going to say.
okay, thank you. Let me be clear to everyone here. When I heard that these two cars were.
Wow, how can we have so many certificates now?
Yeah, you heard it from
Am I in your way?
but it's another, only one part of their reason for walking in. The second reason I asked him, I asked the attorney, are we going against state law for putting this item on? Because state law is saying that the imminent domain shouldn't be, the locals obey, the state law. Understand there are times that we can go differently, but if there is a specific case, then we can do it. But then I asked him, whatever it is, I want you to, and he said that, it's not going anywhere, but they have the right to put the request. And I said, I don't want to spend 10 to 15 minutes on the dais to argue about this one. So I want you to make sure that they understand, and I want you to make recommendations to them, not to bring it in. And I want to ask you, did you convey that message to them?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did.
So as long as you convey the message and they continue to do this, then we sell that part. Then right now, go ahead and call for the vote.
Mr. Mayor, thank you for
No,
bringing that.
no, right now, we call for the vote. You have request. We are not discussing the item until we approve to bring it in or not. So at this time, go ahead and move on with the roll call vote, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Motion was made by Councilwoman Graham, seconded by Councilwoman Nguyen, to direct staff to prepare a resolution that states that the city will not do an eminent domain for reasons stated by Councilwoman Graham against the local parks within the community. I'm going to call for roll. Councilwoman Graham,
And was yes.
Councilmember Monzo,
For the record, I didn't hear the Councilmember Wayne second.
I did.
Councilmember West second for him. So.
He did, I think he just spoke for himself, so
No,
maybe you
Yes,
should
I did.
listen, Mr. Monzo. Please listen.
Councilmember Nguyen,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hull,
Yes, I'd like to say, before I vote, I'd like to say that this is another way for them to grandstand themselves. I really don't believe Amy Fan West understand anything about eminent domain or her job on the council. So I think that, if we can stop allowing her to use this fear tactic. We don't understand what it takes to, go that route, and take someone's land.
I think that we don't discuss it right now, right? We don't discuss it right now.
You're not the mayor, okay?
Okay, if he didn't do his job right, I'm going to do it for him.
Okay?
We are not discussing right now.
Be quiet, please. Okay, go ahead and vote for it, please.
I said no.
Mayor Nguyen,
Okay, well, before I vote, I want to make sure you're clear about it. When I talked to the city attorney, and that's what I have him convey the message to the council, just not to bring it in. But then from there, I didn't have in front of me. So you and I haven't heard that at this meeting, they bring it in and they want to have the urgency item. And she called me that I'm lying to the public. That's not. I was not lying to the public because I don't know if you request to have the item to bring in, then you need to
Run this city attorney to tell me.
not somewhere at this status. So my vote is no.
motion failed to agree.
Okay. Next is city manager report, please.
Sure do city clerk report.
Mayor, I can go ahead and do my report first.
Did I ask for the city clerk report? No. Sorry, please.
Thank you, Mayor. We do have the communications in front of you for item 5.2 regarding the attachment for council to consider tonight, as well as 9.2 clarifying that the item is an ordinance and not a resolution. Additionally, I'd like to remind everybody that election day is Tuesday, November 5th. All active voters should have already received their vote by mail ballot in their mailboxes. If you have not yet received your ballot via USPS, I encourage you to contact the Orange County ROE to confirm your voter registration status. There are over 37 vote centers within 6 miles of Westminster. For example, we have a few here: Westminster Branch Library, Westminster Community Services Building, and Miriam Warren Community Building, along with 17 vote by mail ballot drop-off locations within 6 miles of Westminster. You can go to Bolsa Chica Park or Tony Lamb Park. Additionally, you can go throughout any of Orange County's vote centers, ballot drop-off locations. As a reminder, all vote centers and ballot applications will be open until 8 p.m. on election day. For all other questions related to voting in this year's election, please contact the Orange County ROV or your Westminster City Clerk's office. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much for the report, and next is city manager report, please.
Thank you. So first, communities come together. The Westminster Police Department is holding its second event with the 80th annual group of the Westminster Boys and Girls Club. The event is designed to create a welcoming learning environment for members of the Westminster community who experience spectrum-related learning and/or other developmental disabilities and their families. The event is designed to provide several interactive education-based activity stations, allowing community members to interact positively with Westminster PD and/or OCFA members while learning the essential skills of personal safety and when to call emergency services for help. The event will be held on Saturday, November 9th from 10 to 12 p.m. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Reservations are required. Please contact Ruby at 714-856-4914. Next, our senior center will be having a spooky bingo bash this Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Bring your best bingo skills and join us for a spectacular day full of frightful fun, fantastic prizes, and eerie excitement. Tickets are on sale for $15 at the senior center front desk and includes bingo cards, one meal ticket, and drink ticket. For more information about this event and other senior center events, call the senior center at 714-895-2878. Also this Friday is our Halloween Spooktacular. This is the third year we're holding it here at the Civic Center, and it just grows every year. Starting at 4:30 p.m. right here in the Civic Center parking lot. Grab your friends and family, come dressed in your ghoulish costume and enjoy an evening of spookiness. The event will feature over 50 trunks to grab treats from, movie night featuring Kung Fu Panda 4 after the trunk or treat, a live DJ and a free photo booth, cakewalk, a ghost hunt, a pumpkin patch maze, games and activities, food trucks, and a face painter. We'll also be celebrating Dia de los Muertos with community of friends, thoughtfully decorated by various local groups. Come check out these stunning displays as a chance to reflect, remember, and celebrate the lives of loved ones who have passed. Veterans Day is coming up. Thank you for service veterans. Get your free Proud Veteran Yard sign today. Visit the Community Services and Recreation front desk before November 8th or while supplies last. If you need one delivered, call Community Services and Recreation to make arrangements, 714-895-2860. And last but not least, our annual tech parade is coming up. Participant and sponsor applications are now available for our upcoming parade on Saturday, February 1st. Visit the city website to apply today. And of course, for more information, call 714-895-2860. This year's theme will be Spring of Resiliency. And of course, this takes place along Tulsa Avenue between Magnolia and Bouchard Street, celebrating the year of the state. And with that, that concludes my report.
All right, thank you very much. City Manager. Well, I'm sorry that we have to start out the meeting with the search of the harsh environment, but then it's always my pleasure to recognize this is a big part of the city always city meeting all the time with a special presentation. So today, tonight, this evening, I have a chance to, I'm honored to recognize the following groups for their the presentations. So the first presentation is a presentation of proclamation for Red Ribbon Week. The second one is presentation of proclamation for Law Enforcement Records and Support Personnel Day. The third one is presentation of certificates of recognition recognizing fall festival sponsors and department heads. Next one, last but not least, the presentation of certificate of recognition to Asen Rojo, newly appointed city clerk, department president of the League of Cal Cities. Before I asked Council to join me at the podium to present the appreciation to the groups, I'd like to go ahead and read my appreciation to them. Okay, first of all, presentation of proclamation for Red Ribbon Week. The red ribbon has been chosen as a symbol commemorating the work of Enrique Kiki Camarena, a drug enforcement administration agent who was murdered in the line of duty and represent the belief that one person can make a difference. The 2024 National Red Ribbon campaign theme is Life is a Movie, Film Drug Free. October 23rd to 31st has been designated as a National Red Ribbon Week, encouraging Americans to wear a red ribbon to show their support for the drugs-free environment. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Chi Charlie, on behalf of Vice Mayor Hall and council members from West, Menzel, and Lynn, do hereby proclaim October 23rd to 31st, 2024 as Red Ribbon Week in the city of Westminster and encourage all citizens to support a drug-free lifestyle. Next one is a presentation of proclamation for law enforcement records and support personnel day. The Westminster Police Department Records Bureau devotes countless hours to performing their duties that keep law enforcement agencies running smoothly. And these professionals demonstrate excellent attention to detail with quality control and effective communications. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Chi Charlie Nguyen, on behalf of Vice Mayor Ho and Council Member Frank West, Menzo, and Nguyen, do hereby proclaim November 14, 2024 as Law Enforcement Records and Support Personnel Day in the city of Westminster and extend our gratitude to the Westminster Police Department. They are here. Record Bureau staff and support personnel for their diligence, commitment, and dedicated service to our community. The next one is presentation of certificate of recognition recognizing 4 festival sponsors and department heads. The 2024 Fall Festival was tremendous success. As your mayor, I am so proud of the spirit and unity it has brought to our great city. We are honored this evening to recognize our sponsor for their generosity in supporting this event. Your contributions play a vital role in making the festival possible, and it shows your commitment to the power of community and coming together to showcase our spirit and pride. Countless memories were made at this year's event, and on behalf of the entire City Council and staff, I am truly grateful for your continued partnership. Additionally, I'd like to take a moment to thank our great staff. This year, every department was represented throughout the entire festival, and the event would not have been successful without the collaboration of the community services departments, public works department, and police department. Why don't we put our hands together for our fantastic staff team? Thank you very much. I was there for the whole 4 days, and I know how much that they have to get through. And I know that some of you have been there for the whole 4 days before festival. Understand that last year, the year before last, we have only 1 day. Last year, we extended 3 days. We still think that there's more needs to be done, so we extended 4 days. I was joking with community director, the service director. I said, well, next year we are going to do it 5 days or the whole week. And I don't think that we can handle it. But anyway, thank you very much, Vanessa. Thank you very much for your hard work and your team too. Next one is presentation of certificate of recognition to Ashton Arroyo MC, newly appointed city clerks, department president of the League of Cal Cities. I was there, witness. She was there as a president, and she will present. She was represent all the city to work with the city league to conduct the meeting. So I want to appreciate you and thank you for taking this role. So lastly, I would like to recognize City Clerk Rojo for her recent appointment as president of the League of Cal City Clerks Departments, showcasing your continued mentorship and support of the development of the future leaders in the city clerks profession. We would like to recognize you for your hard work and dedication to the city clerk profession. Congratulations. And at this time, I would like to invite all the council members to join me at the podium so that we can hand out the plaques. But before I go through that, I want to tell you for the certificate recognition, recognizing 4 festival sponsors. I have 2 title sponsors this year, and 1 platinum sponsor, and 3 gold sponsors, 4 silvers, and 3 bronze sponsors. Why don't we put our hands together and thank each and every one of them for the sponsor. Okay. I would like to recognize the 2 young Marines that are here today to accept their proclamation for Red Ribbon Week. So I really appreciate your dedication to your service and being here with us tonight. Why don't we put our hands together for them too? Thank you. As I already read, the Red Ribbon Week proclamation, so this proclamation I will recognize you for October 23rd to 31st, 2024, with a number of reasons. So I therefore, Chief Helen Mayor of the City of Westminster, on behalf of the Vice Mayor of Guillermo and Councilmember Amy Fan West, Carlos Menzel, and Juan Wayne, do hereby proclaim that October 23rd to 31st, 2024 as Red Ribbon Week in the City of Westminster, and I do encourage all citizens to support a drug-free environment, lifestyle. Thank you very much for watching. I'd like to give you some words. Do you want to?
Good evening. I'm Young Marine Corporal Nguyen, and I want to thank the City Council members for granting Southeast County Young Marines the opportunity to receive a Red Ribbon Week proclamation. The Young Marines program is a national nonprofit youth organization for boys and girls ages 8 to the completion of high school. We teach characters through the building of self-discipline, teamwork, and leadership. The primary focus of the Young Marine program is drug demand reduction, or DDR. Red Ribbon Week is a very important time for us, not only as a unit, but as a nationwide program. There are approximately 9,000 members around the country that reach out to their communities year-round with messages of healthy, drug-free lifestyles, and these proclamations support our war on drugs. It's an honor to be here, and thank you again for the opportunity and your support on this very serious issue.
Thank you very much. Next, I would like to, on behalf of the City of Westminster, City Council, and City staff, I would like to present this proclamation, Law Enforcement Records and Support Personnel Day, November 14, 2024, to our law enforcement. So may I ask for all of you to come up here to join us. So who want to receive this one? Congratulations. So on behalf of the city staff, I would like to present to you this proclamation and recognize that November 14, 2024 as Law Enforcement Records and Support Personnel Day, and extend our gratitude to the Westminster Police Department Record Bureau staff and support personnel for their diligence, commitment, and dedicated service to our community. And I ask you to join us to congratulate them too. Thank you.
On behalf of Records, I'd like to thank the mayor and city council members for this proclamation. We're truly honored to receive it.
Thank you very much.
Can I have a say?
Quick, Mr. Mayor. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I always said, we time for pictures, so we time for pictures.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. Guys, I really appreciate, ladies, all you do, because I know that with record, you guys keep every information and you have to be precise. And thank you for all you do for our city. And please keep up the good work. And if you need anything, we're here for you. Thank you. God bless.
Anyone else? All right, thank you very much. So now is the recognition to our sponsors. I know it's handed to me for the platinum sponsor, but I know that we have two title sponsors within our city. I'd like to recognize the people who are title sponsor first. Okay, for the title sponsors for this year fall festival, we have Westminster Municipal Employees Association. May I ask representative. All right, thank you.
On behalf of WNBA, I'm President Vince Monte. We just want to say thank you, and it's our time to give back to you, the community. That's why we chose to be, when they came to us and said, hey, can we be title sponsors? We said, absolutely, because we want to give back to the community. And I'm hoping that maybe next year we can give back in the same way again. So thank you.
One, two, three. One, two, three.
Mr. Mayor?
Okay, Public Work, thank you for all you do. You guys are amazing. WMA, they're the union. So thank you for all you guys do, because you guys are amazing. Keep up the good work. Thank you. WMEA. Yeah, so thank you so much for everything. It's about time you guys come out and sponsor, especially this year, right? Because our fall festival has really grown. And thank you. And so you got to repeat next year and the year after and the year after. Thank you. And remember that, everybody. Thank you.
We should say our gratitude to all the members and back to take back. And not only did they support us by being a sponsor, but these guys were out there over 16-hour days out there every day. So they really hit it out of the park and being there for our community. So thank you very much.
I will want to read the appreciation, but following all of these, I will call it in, but the following paragraph is going to be same. In appreciation of your generosity and dedication to the success of the 2024 Fall Festival by sponsoring and participating in this festive celebration with the community. Thank you very much. The next one is also known for the title sponsor, and this came from Westminster Police Officers Association. Would you please?
I just want to say it was an honor to partner with our counterparts over at WNBA and provide such a wonderful event for the community. We were just honored, and the showing from the community was amazing. So thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Three. One, two, three.
How many ones?
Sorry. Hey, we love you guys. Thank you for all you guys do, and just conductors. Okay, who's in the background? But anyways, thank you for all you guys do, and you guys help with the Westminster PD, because every union, we need protection for our Westminster PD. So thank you for all you guys do for vouching for our law enforcement. Thank you. God bless. So, President Kai Seesaw, under your leadership, I thank you for everything that you've done for our city.
And thank you also. Of course, I'd like to thank WPOA as a whole. Thank you so much. And please let me know that I appreciate, and we all from the council appreciate their efforts. Thank you.
Thank you very much for what you do, and being a sponsor for our community, working hard for our community. So please extend my gratitude to the whole board and all our members. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, the next one is, this one is special. I remember last year, I still remember vividly that last year we had Westminster School District sponsor us as a title sponsor. I don't know this year, because of economy or something, they came down with a platinum sponsor, but we can also accept as a third or more of the title sponsor for next year if you can this year. So I would like to invite you to come up here for the recognition. So this certificate of recognition is presented to Westminster School District for Festival 2024, platinum sponsor. And I would like to present on behalf of the City Council and City staff, I would like to present it to you on behalf of for the Westminster School District. And this is a president of the school district, board of school and board of trustees. Thank you very much. And here is that certificate.
Thank you, Mayor and the council member. As the president of the Westminster School District, we're very honored to support the city. We try to teach our kids to give back to the community, preserving their culture and promoting their culture. But why are we going down from title to platinum? You guys need to get together, okay? If you all work well together, go back to the highest sponsorship. How's that? Okay, that's how we teach our kids. 20 years from now, they be in your shoes, and you need to lead by example. That's how it's gonna work. But I really thank you very much for doing all the program in the city, so our kids can participate. And that's, we need to work together for the sake of our city. Thank you.
I will let you begin comments, but I just want to remind our staff here, we have the item for tonight, that we have to recognize them and to sponsor them. So, based on your comment, it might hurt you, but I'm just kidding. So, we're here for
Thank you. This is our president, Francis Wynn, and I also make sure we need to bring David Johnson. He's also board. Come up here. Come up here. Yes, please.
I am so sorry, Trustee Johnson. I didn't see you. Otherwise, I would invite you up here. This is Trustee Dave Johnson. We work together with our school district, and we also have other three board members. They cannot be here tonight.
So yeah, thank you, President. Thank you, board member, trustee, for what your dedication to our community and for extending and making sure that we collaborate as much as possible, because that was missing for many years, and I'm glad with your guys' leadership, we're bringing that back. So thank you very much for being part of our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Francis Tinsley. I remember, I believe it was over this last parade that you, the Westminster Board of Trustees, were the title sponsor. So I hope you do the same this year. And I thank you for your efforts, for supporting us, our city, and our council as a whole. Thank you so much for everything you do. And please repeat the 7 times president.
Well, I'll just repeat a little bit about what I said at the last council meeting, which is to thank the city and specifically all the PD that came out to, I think, 11 different of our sites, to community services and recreation. You came out as well. The Family Resource Center came out, And the majority of our city council members came out as well to events that we had for walk and roll safely to school event. And that shows that your participation is just as strong as ours, and it goes both ways. We build a synergy together, and I really appreciate that. So thank you to all of you.
So in terms of thank you, for all you invested. And please continue to work for our children in our school and just make sure that you guys continue to provide the best education as we know what's happening in the state of California. Thank you for all you do. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
One, two, three.
Next, I know we have like 3 or 4 of Go sponsors. The first one is the Go Certificate of Recognition presented to Y&G Income Tax and Routine Services for Festival 2024 Go sponsor. Please.
Thank you so much. Em đi đến chị ra chưa đứng gì mà tự nhiên em đi đến chị ra con dư
You.
But say, I mean, and we'll still see you next year too.
Thank you very much. The next one is a certificate of recognition presented to Seaside Dining Del Taco for Festival 2024 Go sponsor. Please come and bring us here. Come on, come on. Yeah, thank you. You love the
I just want to say on behalf of Seaside, we're really glad that we had the opportunity to participate with Westminster. And we say thank you because we're going to go ahead and continue to participate in the next few years.
All right, thank you. Next. Next is a certificate of recognition presented to Midway City Sanitary District for Fall Festival 2024 silver sponsor. I know that we have the president of Midway City, Mark Wayne, here with us today. Thank you.
Midway and the city has a special relationship. We're like siblings, except the city is a bigger bully. All kidding aside, thank you for this award. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be a sponsor of the city today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Next is the certificate of recognition for presented to Ruby Corporation McDonald's Westminster for Festival 2024 silver sponsor. Do we have the rep here? No. Okay. We will get that later. The next is certificate of recognition presented to Westminster Memorial Park and Sanctuary for Festival 2024 silver sponsor. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Not sure that you are here, but this certificate of recognition presented to United Employment Solutions for Fall Festival 2024 runs sponsor. It's not here, so we will. Oh, right here. Okay, thank you. All right. So, what to say?
Hi, I'm the marketing director of United Employment Solutions. On behalf of United Employment Solutions, I want to say thank you for the honor to support your community.
Thank you so much.
I think this is a special one, right? This is very special. This is very special. And as I read earlier, this is the certificate of recognition presented to Ashley Orojo, MNC, in recognition of your hard work and dedication as the newly appointed city clerk's department, president of the League of Paris Cities. This time, I would like to ask our staff, the city managers and city assistant manager and department heads, can you join us over here for this special occasion with picture, please? I know it's a surprise that I asked them, so they're not prepared.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council, as well as our department head team and city staff for supporting me and for inspiring me to continue to mentor and motivate those who are coming up in the city clerk profession. Thank you again.
Thank you. I think that's it, right? Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience also. We'll continue with our meeting.
Perfect.
Again, we want to thank all of the sponsors in our floor festival event. And I hope that we can sponsor us next year even more. Like I said from the last meeting, beginning of the last meeting, we continue for future meetings. I will make sure that I will have a break in between so that I also can take a break, and also you can also take a break. So with that, I will later on take a recess for the meeting. And I ask all council members, please stay for the meeting until we have the recess. Second thing is I want to thank you all, each and every one of you, for being here tonight. I know there are a lot of things, a lot of commitment, there are a lot of responsibilities at home, but we choose to be here this evening just because you care for the city. I truly believe that you care for the city, that's why you spend time here, hours and hours here. To attend the meeting and give voice your opinion. So appreciate on behalf of the city council and city staff, we really appreciate your time. With that, I also want to clarify something. There are so many people misunderstanding that, everyone out there saying that meeting for the city of Westminster took like 13 hours. I know it was a record at one time. But remember, the 13 hours meeting basically combined up in 2 meetings. Remember the meeting before that? I have, because of the disruption, I have to adjourn the meeting before. And we couldn't get that much work done, city business done. And it's carried over to the next meeting. And for the next meeting, I don't want it continue to carry over. So I want to make sure that we do see our business. And as an elected official, we have to stay until it's done. We will do that. That's why it took 13 hours. But that not only is the reason alone. With the fighting from the council, it made matters worse. That's why it's 13 hours. And I want to make sure that because today, one of the one of the reasons I view is unfortunately came out from our council saying that, trying to slam at me that, I don't know how to run the meeting and have the meeting run for 13 hours. And they know for the fact why that was. So I want to clarify that. So if from now on people said that why the city Westminster took the 13-hour meeting, we know that we actually do 2 meetings in one. Okay, thank you. Next is yes, I understand our communication, but I think I have one here that I want to. Okay, I'd like before we go on with the oral communication, and this is I want to make sure that for oral communication, this is for agendas item only. And if you are speaking non-agenda item, please wait to the time that comes. When I say the time that comes, it's not at the end of the meeting for this meeting. I understand that we took a lot of time that we have to do the presentation, which I think we all know that. But I will try to move the meeting. I will try to move the oral communication for the non-agenda item to come before before the public hearing items. So be patient with us on that. So at this time, before I ask Madam Clerk to read the instruction in the record, I just wanted to mention that we have the policy, and the policy is, I think, it's posted right here and outside, and it's also mentioned in the agenda agenda package. So if you have any question about it, please take a look at that, and I ask you to do politely and treat everyone personally, and also make sure that if you need to refrain from any profanity, because we have our young children, high school students, they also follow the series, just to make sure that we want to have that impression again. Please, I understand there are some Vietnamese people here, and they also, I believe, the first time or second time attending this meeting. Please allow me to speak in Vietnamese for a few minutes on this. Thưa quý vị, ngay lúc này chúng ta chỉ có nói về, chúng tôi sẽ mở ra để cho quý vị có được quyền lên để phát biểu, nhưng mà chỉ có 3 phút mà thôi. Mà trong cái phát biểu này chỉ có phát biểu cho những cái chương trình hay là cái chủ đề ở trong cái agenda này thôi. Ngoài cái agenda này thì quý vị phải đợi tới cái lúc mà nó gọi là non-agenda item, có nghĩa là quý vị tới lúc giờ quý vị có thể nói những cái vấn đề khác, nhưng nó cũng vẫn phải nằm ở trong cái chủ đề của bạn jurisdiction, là trong cái khuôn viên của cái thành phố của mình. Và vì vậy cho nên tôi xin được quý vị là dùng cái lời lẽ làm sao để chúng ta tôn trọng nhau trong trong lúc phát biểu này. Và it's only 3 minutes, and I want to emphasize this one too. You have 3 minutes, and if you have interpret or a translator, you have a total of 6 minutes. I can't control you. But if you are not wisely use your time, and you run over the 2 minutes, and you can't have enough time to translate, it's your fault. I'm not going to accept any second after that. It's not time to sit at this time. So you can speak during the time that you are called for perfect time, please. No, thank you. No, thank you. So at this time, I would like to open up for oral communication. So, City Clerk, can you read it into the record, please?
Thank you, Mayor. This is the time of the meeting that members of the public may address the City Council regarding any item on the agenda except public hearing items. Members of the public wishing to address public hearing items shall do so at the time of the public hearing. Unless otherwise extended by majority vote of the City Council, comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Any person wishing to address the City Council in person should complete a green speaker slip that is provided at the entrance to the council chambers and submit the card to the city clerk. When your name is called, please step to the podium at that time to state your name and see a resident for the record. Our first speaker is WMEA Vincent Wong.
Good evening, council. It's an honor to be here. First off, I want to say thank you to our big brother, POA, for letting us tag along with them and working side by side together in supporting the Fall Festival. So I'll be talking about item 5.4. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, State Council. Dear City of Westminster Community Services, I hope this letter finds you well. On behalf of the Westminster Municipal Employees Association, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks for your ongoing commitment to enhancing our community. Your dedication and hard work do not go unnoticed, and we are proud to partner with you in serving our residents. We are especially thrilled that we were able to sponsor this year's Fall Festival. This event is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate our vibrant community, and we are excited to contribute to its success. Supporting local events like the Fall Festival not only brings our residents together, but also fosters a sense of unity and pride in Westminster. At the Westminster Municipal Employees Association, we believe in giving back to our community that we serve. It is through initiatives like the Fall Festival that we can truly make a difference in the lives of our fellow residents. Thank you once again for all that you do, and we look forward to sponsoring next year's event as well, alongside the POA. Thank you for having us work together for the betterment of our community. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Allison Tom, followed by Eugene Vogt.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council. Thank you for that nice presentation. That was beautiful, so thank you very much. It was an honor to be able to partner with our counterparts over at WMEA and sponsor the Fall Festival. I've come up here many times in the past and I've talked about our city leadership and how great our leadership is going forward and how important it is to keep that leadership. And I think the Fall Festival was a perfect example of that. We've had numerous community events in the recent past, and each event has gotten better and better. And that's a testament to the great work that these folks are putting forth day in, day out. Not only the weekend of, because as you mentioned, there was people here 16, 20 hours a day to make this thing work. But all the behind the scenes work that was done by our city staff was nothing short of amazing. So we just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. We were honored to be a part of it, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So everybody did a great job, and we look forward to the event coming up on Friday that we're going to be a part of. So we hope to see everybody there. And like I said, the biggest thing is the amount of community engagement that we're now getting at these events is huge. So we couldn't be happier to be a part of it. So thank you guys very much.
Our next speaker is Eugene Vogt, followed by Eugene Flynn.
Kính chào thị trưởng, phó thị trưởng và các nghị viên. Tôi tên là Gigi. Tôi muốn nói về mục 9.2 quy tắc ứng xử của hội đồng thành phố trong các cuộc họp. Report từ các nhân viên thành phố dài 16 trang, cho nên tôi không mong đợi gì ở nghị viên Emmy đọc và nghị viên Nam Quang hiểu. Vì lịch sử họp thành phố đã chứng minh rằng hai nghị viên này không đọc báo cáo của nhân viên trước các buổi họp và sau đó lại đặt ra những câu hỏi đã được nói tới trong báo cáo của nhân viên. Tôi muốn nêu một số điểm quan trọng từ report báo cáo của nhân viên thành phố với hy vọng rằng hai nghị viên này sẽ hiểu được hậu quả của hành vi gây rối loạn và thiếu đạo đức của họ trong vài tháng qua trong các cuộc họp của hội đồng thành phố. Bộ luật chính quyền của tiểu bang Cali 38 năm 13 quy định rằng hội đồng thành phố có thể thiết lập các quy tắc để tiến hành các thủ tục của mình. Hội đồng thành phố có thể trừng phạt một thành viên hoặc một người khác vì hành vi hỗn loạn tại một cuộc họp. Mục 204060 của Bộ luật thành phố Westminster WMC quy định thêm rằng bất kỳ người nào liên tục làm gián đoạn các phiên họp của hội đồng thành phố hoặc từ chối ngồi xuống hoặc giữ im lặng khi được chủ tọa ra lệnh sẽ phải bị phạm tội nhẹ. Năm 2022, Thống đốc đã ký SD 110 thêm mục 54957 vào Bộ luật chính phủ cho phép chủ tọa của cơ quan lập pháp tiến hành cuộc họp hoặc người được chỉ định của họ được mời ra khỏi phòng họp hoặc khiến một cá nhân bị loại bỏ vì làm gián đoạn cuộc họp. Trước khi bị mời ra khỏi phòng họp, chủ tọa phải cảnh báo cá nhân đó rằng nếu không chấm dứt hành vi của họ, họ có thể bị mời ra. Do đó, Nghị viên Emmy và Nam Quang, tại sao tôi lại nêu ra những điểm quan trọng này để ông bà chú ý? Tôi muốn ông bà hiểu rằng ông bà có thể dừng ngay những hành vi không chấp nhận được, vô đạo đức và kém văn hóa của ông bà trong vài tháng qua. Vì thị trưởng có thể đuổi ông bà ra khỏi các cuộc họp của thành phố khi bộ luật này được chấp thuận. Các cuộc họp của hội đồng thành phố đã trở thành những buổi họp vô trật tự, náo loạn và không thể chấp nhận vì những hành vi của hai nghị viên Emmy và Nam Quang. Đừng nghĩ rằng chúng tôi, những cư dân không biết hai vị đã làm gì để phá hủy thành phố của chúng tôi. Chúng tôi thấy và hiểu rằng hai vị là nguyên nhân gây ra sự xấu hổ cho các thành phố, mà các thành phố lân cận, các tiểu bang trong nước Mỹ và có khi cả thế giới đều biết về cách ứng xử vô đạo đức, vô trật tự, côn đồ và thiếu văn hóa của hai ông bà Emmy và Nam Quang. Đó là điều hoàn toàn không thể chấp nhận được. Xin hai ông bà hiểu cho. Xin cảm ơn quý vị.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council members. My name is Gigi. I'd like to speak about item 9.2, Rule of City Council Decorum during council meetings. The report is about 16 pages, which I don't expect Councilmember Amy to read and Councilmember Nalquan to understand it all, as council meeting history has proved that these two council members do not read staff reports before the meetings and end up asking questions that have already been addressed in the staff report. I would like to bring some important points from the staff report, hoping these two council members will understand the consequences of their disruptive and unethical behaviors in the last few months during council meeting. Government Code Section 38513 provides that, quote, the council may establish rules for the conduct of its proceedings. It may punish a member or other person for disorderly behavior in a meeting, end quote. Section 2.04.060 of the Westminster Municipal Code further provides that, quote, any person who persistently interrupts the proceedings of the council or refuses to be seated or keep quiet in order to do so by the presiding officer shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. In 2022, the governor signed SB 1100, adding section 54957 to the government code, authorizing the presiding officer of the legislative body conducting meeting or their designee to remove or cause the removal of an individual for disrupting the meeting. The removal must be preceded by a warning to the individual by the presiding officer that the failure to cease their behavior may result in their removal. So, Councilmember Amy and Nalquan, why do I bring up these important points to your attention? I want you two to understand you can stop your unacceptable, unethical, and horrible behaviors in the last few months because the mayor can remove you two from the council meetings. The council meetings have been a circus clown show because of your behavior. Don't think we residents don't know what you two council members had done to destroy our city. We do see and understand you two are the cause of neighboring cities, national and international embarrassment. It is absolutely unacceptable. And this is the perfect reason. The pet dog over here is not here. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Monique Wayne, followed by Michael Granger.
Should I use this one? You can use that. Good evening, Mayor Nguyen, council members, and everyone in attendance.
Low.
Okay, thank you. I would like to speak in support of agenda item 9.2. It's about time the city to establishing a rule to control an orderly meeting. The behaviors of Councilmember Amy and Nam Kwan during council meeting have been absolutely disgusting and embarrassing. They purposely wanted to create chaos, disrupting the meeting and destroying the city. Please vote in support of item 9.2. Maybe the city can have council meeting like any other cities for once, where opinions are welcome and a democratic process taking place, rather than disorderly and horrid conduct from Councilmember Amy and Nakwan. Councilmember Amy, why are you still trying to promote fake news? From the meeting on September 11 to the meeting on October 9, to the special meeting on October 14, to the press release officially from the city, to the letters addressing the facts to the mobile home residents. We all understand perfectly Mr. Joseph Ngôn, Councilmember Amy, and Nakwan ill intention just to get people's vote. They do not care about the impact of their fake news had on mobile homes residents. They are so cruel and unethical in any way when they twisted the facts. We know Councilmember Amy and Nakwan care for themselves and themselves alone. You continue to mislead the residents on the while presenting you care. What a bunch of crooked Councilmember Amy and Nakwan and a council candidate. Please don't help them. Please vote for Mark Nguyen in District 3 and re-elect Councilmember Carlos Mendo for District 2. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Michael Regina, followed by Pedro Bello.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. Item 9.1, fake news and fake press conferences that we keep having outside the city council chambers here. What we have got used to seeing is two council members will either show up at those and take part in them when they're supposed to be in here in a closed session. Start mandating city permits for these individuals that go out here and spew their BS to the residents of Westminster, specifically those residents who only have Vietnamese language skills. They stand out here, they spread this stuff, it scares everybody that don't understand what's going on, and I'd like to see these people have to take out a permit and pay a fee. And it doesn't have to be anything big, it could be $25 for a permit. If somebody else has a function in the city, don't you make them get permits for those functions? Especially, this thing's on city property, and generally the people that are out there are not city employees. Only the two council members who join in this nonsense outside are city employees. Secondly, by the way, they're only interested in undermining the rest of the council and bringing disrespect onto this city. 9.2, pass the ordinance establishing the rules of decorum and civility for the mayor and council. This council has only 2 members, and I'm not going to announce their names because it's Amy and Nam Kwan, but they're the ones creating the havoc and disrespect in these city council meetings. Those of us who sit in here, as well as those who either watch it later on YouTube or they watch it live, they know what's going on. They see the shouting and screaming back and forth, and then the two of them will sit there and smirk at one another because they're being coached to do this. There's other people that are elected officials and prior elected officials of this council that are coaching these two morons. This has got to stop. I am so glad to find out that this was in closed session and there will finally be something done about decorum in these meetings. All they're trying to do is destroy the council's ability to run the city in a proper manner. They don't care. It's all for their own self-interest and their own self-promotion. Again, perfect example. Amy's pet dog over here has been gone how long now? And how many meetings now that this guy does this? Why are we paying him? We're wasting tax dollars on him.
Minister is Mayor Romero, followed by Nguyen Hung.
Chào thị trưởng, phó thị trưởng và các nghị viên. Tôi tên là Huệ. Tôi hoàn toàn ủng hộ 9.2. Nghị viên em miền Nam Quan cần phải được đưa vào đúng vị trí của họ, giống như những cư dân khác trong chúng tôi. Một, khi họ gây rối trong các buổi họp của Hội đồng thành phố, họ nên bị mời ra khỏi phòng họp. Khi hành vi không thể chịu đựng được, với phép xã giao thông thường của con người đã vượt quá giới hạn, họ nên bị trục xuất khỏi buổi họp. Tôi không biết làm sao thị trưởng có thể chịu đựng được những hành vi côn đồ của họ. Đã đến lúc thành phố phải khôi phục lại luật pháp và trật tự. Nghị viên miền Nam Quan không phù hợp với công việc của hội đồng và tôi hoàn toàn ủng hộ việc bãi nhiệm họ ngay lập tức. Tôi vẫn nhìn nghị viên Nam Quan với thái độ kinh tởm và cảm thấy nhục nhã với hành vi của họ. Trong các cuộc họp của hội đồng thành phố, tôi không hiểu tại sao sau tất cả các buổi họp của hội đồng với các nhân viên giải thích sự thật về kế hoạch chiến lược của thành phố, Amy vẫn cố gắng đánh lừa những dân nhà mobile home. Amy nghĩ rằng những cư dân nhà mobile home đều là những kẻ ngu dốt và dễ dàng tin vào chiến thuật tranh cử thiếu đạo đức và vô lương tâm của họ trong mùa vận động tranh cử. Nam Quan và ứng cử viên Joseph Ngô tiếp tục phát tán tin giả trên kênh YouTube của Nam Quan Trust Network. Hành vi của họ là một vô đạo đức và không thể chấp nhận được cho đến khi một trong những cư dân nhà mobile home lên cơn đau tim hoặc đột quỵ thì họ mới vừa lòng hay sao? Có phải vậy không? Nghị viên em vì dám gọi nhân viên cấp lớn của thành phố là nói dối trong cuộc họp ngày 9 tháng 10. Sau đây là cuộc họp đặc biệt đã khẳng định lại sự thật và kế hoạch chiến lược của thành phố và thông cáo báo chí chính thức gần đây và thành phố. Bà Amy vẫn đổ thừa là thành phố đang tạo ra tin tức lừa đảo. Bà Amy nhất định từ chối lắng nghe sự thật và nhất định lừa dối cư dân mobile home. Nghị viên Amy là người thiếu hiểu biết đến mức không còn danh từ nào dành cho bà ta. Bà ta tiếp tục tuyên bố rằng bà ta đại diện cho cư dân địa hạt 1. Nhưng tôi không thấy bà ta thực sự lắng nghe và nói lên ý kiến của họ, cũng như những tiếng nói của họ. Bà ta là gánh nặng của thành phố, của chúng ta. Khi bà ta không lắng nghe và chấp nhận sai lầm của mình và tiếp tục cố gắng đánh lừa đảo cư dân nhà mobile home, có một Thiên Chúa thôi mà Ngài không dạy ai ăn gian nói dối. Nhưng tôi chắc rằng không có Thiên Chúa nào đó mà bà ta chấp nhận những hành động vô tư cách, vô giáo dục. Bà ta cũng như những lời nói dối của bà ta, không có Thiên Chúa nào chấp nhận những điều dối gian như bà.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Wei. Is this on? Yes. Okay. My name is Wei. I fully support item 9.2. Council members Amy and Nam Kwan need to be put in their place like the rest of us residents. Once they become disruptive to the council meetings, they should be removed. Their insufferable conduct and normal human etiquette surpass the lines. They should be expelled from the meeting. How the mayor can stand their conduct, I have no ideas. It's time the city restores law and order. Councilmember Amy and Nam Kwan are not fit for council business, and I fully support their recall ASAP. I continue to look at Councilmember Amy and Councilman Nam Kwan with a disapproving attitude and feeling disgusted with their conduct in and out of council meetings. I don't know how, after all these council meetings with staff explaining facts about the strategic plan for the city, Amy's still trying to mislead the mobile home residents. Amy thinks the mobile home residents are all ignorant and easily believe in their horrible tactic during campaign season. Nam Kwan and her co-host Joseph Mill continue to spread fake news on Nam Kwan's trash network YouTube. Their conducts are unethical and intolerable. Until one of the mobile home residents has a heart attack or stroke, will then they be happy? Is that it? Councilmember Amy called staff a liar during the October 9th meeting. Now, after the special meeting to reaffirm the facts about the city's strategic plan and the recent city's press release, she still called the city and the majority of council are creating fake news. She refused to listen to facts and chose to create her own version of what exactly happened. Councilmember Amy is ignorance beyond words. She continues to claim she represents District 1 youth residents, and I failed to see if she actually heard and spoke their opinions in their voice. She is a liability to our city when she does not listen and accept her mistake and continues trying to mislead the mobile home residents. I am sure her God does not even accept her and her lies. Thank you.
Before we move on to this sticker, I have two things I want to mention. Number one, for the reserve, I believe is done. If you want to move forward, you can remove the reserve seat out for you. Number two, I saw that there was a camera right there. We need you to move to the back. I don't know who's that belong to, but I would ask you to move it right now. We have a policy that we could not have reserve the back row for you there. Thank you. Now we can call the next speaker.
Thank you, Mayor. Next speaker is Win Hung, followed by Don Link.
I forgot my English only Vietnamese. Can I read the Vietnamese? Otherwise, can you wait a minute? I can take my. Oh. Do you have a copy I send you? I send email for everybody.
You need a copy? Let's go home.
Yeah. About
next one. Please, please refrain from doing it in the
Oh no, this one not like one. Okay. Can I read the Vietnamese? So can you call next person? I phone my.
You have to be ready for that.
Okay, that's fine. I remember what I wrote to you. I'm not stupid like somebody else. By the way, how come I have only 1 minute? Can you start? I'm not speaking yet.
It's your.
Okay, I don't know, what did you say, I received a letter, okay, and say that today, at another one, you say that the fake news, right? I don't understand what the fake news is. Maybe the term, the English, I don't want to learn in English to say about what fake news, okay? You said, maybe the person mislied and they said, what I call it, eviction. Okay, so maybe that's the problem. Here is fake news. I want to show you. Okay, you are Midway City Sanitary District, and is this your letter I sent to FDPC? So what did you do? What did you do? Okay, I come back.
Audience, speak quiet.
That's okay. So, I want, this is my question. The city sent a letter to all residents, special, mobile home resident. I planned, is that a 5.2 on, September 11? What is this? So now people do. I don't work for city, so I don't know what it is. Last time they see 6 minutes. I have
It is my final, that's at home, but I'm not speaking for myself, okay? So, okay, move to the next, I ask you, could you please read, your comment?
Our next speaker is Donald Lynn, followed by Roger Mintro.
How you doing? I'm Donald Lang, orphan constituent from District 1. I'm here to speak in favor of agenda item 9.1 and the reprehensible act of faith act of saying that the council voted in favor of redeveloping mobile home parks with mixed use development and sending eviction notice to the elderly. How would you do that? Don't you have parents that are elderly, like me? If I got that, it'd be, I'd just be shocked. But you went ahead and did it as a campaign trick. Also, relative to agenda item 9.2, I'm all in favor of that, and thank you, Mayor, for getting better at running the meeting with Robert's Rules of Order and not allowing people to speak out of turn and out of order. I'm here to rename it the Amy Ordinance and pronounce her guilty as will be charged. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Roger Mintro, followed by Natalie.
Good evening, Roger Mintro, resident of Westminster. Just so everyone knows, this is a linear microphone. So if you're near it, it doesn't work. If you're in front of it, that's when it works. So it has to be pointing at your mouth. So a helpful hint there. Just a little comments about the ARPA funds. Just so everyone knows, yeah, these are all great because the federal government's given this money to cities. But everybody really needs to realize every single dollar in ARPA that isn't used to recover from COVID is what we are living with across this country in inflation. ARPA created the inflation that we are all living with. I'm not saying give the money back, but it's kind of confusing to people when we're spending ARPA money on playgrounds. I don't want to stand here and say I'm against playgrounds and improving our parks, but everybody needs to know, I mean, not much we can do about it, so I'm kind of like talking in the air, but ARPA money is our inflation. We're not going to give the money back, but what is it? Are we overtaxed? Or is that just printing money that is causing us grief across the whole country? There's a lot of money being spent or being approved tonight on this agenda, and I would like a little bit more conversation, some smart conversation, which would just include two people on the ends over here because they're pretty much brainless on anything. And I would like to also point out to everyone who's watching on TV that's not in this room, that when the cameras are on the speakers, that we should really point out who's not sitting up here. And these two carry on and on and on about representing the people. When they're not sitting up here, they're not representing anyone. And Naquan Nguyen, the only time he came in here tonight, I don't know if his phone is running right now doing his YouTube channel, which means he's making money off of this. Why is his phone sitting up there like that? Is it on? So he's making money off this on his YouTube channel. That's what he does as a profession. So he's making money off of this right now while we're paying him to sit in his office or sit in the back room, feeding his face or playing with himself or whatever he's doing back there. The only time he was here, he missed a roll call. The only time he came in here was to second Amy's walk-on item. So everyone at home should know when certain people are not sitting up here doing their job and not representing anybody. And even when he is sitting here, he does not represent me at all. The out of control chaos these two create, I don't know if there's any any ordinance or resolution is going to resolve this until you actually do remove them from the room. Thank you.
Speaker is Matlin, followed by Kevin Neville.
Xin chào thị trưởng và hội đồng thành phố. Tôi là Nhật Linh, là cư dân của địa hạt 3 thành phố Westminster. Tôi phải thêm một lần nữa để nói về hai tên nghị viên Nam Quang và Amy Frank West vẫn cố tình kết băng đảng để tuyên truyền láo xạo về vấn đề đổi zone và đuổi nhà mobile home của cư dân. Mặc dù thành phố đã phải vì cái lá thư vô đạo đức bất chấp luật pháp của băng đảng họ gửi đến cư dân các mobile home thông báo đuổi nhà, mà mất nhiều buổi họp ra nhiều thông báo đính chính nhằm mục đích để những người cao niên không phải lo lắng làm xáo trộn đời sống hay là bất an tâm trí. Tôi thiết nghĩ cư dân mobile home sẽ tin vào những văn bản cam kết của thành phố, chứ làm sao có thể tin được những buổi họp báo vỉa hè, tờ rơi của ứng cử viên nhằm đánh lừa cư dân để gom phiếu bầu một cách bẩn thỉu. Vậy mà những người của họ vẫn tiếp tục những hành vi dối trá. Đã thế, nghị viên Amy West lại còn tiếp tục đưa lên Facebook cá nhân gào thét nói láo với cư dân mobile home. Tôi hỏi Amy, tại sao bà không dám đăng bài viết dối trá đó lên Facebook Councilwoman? Có phải bà biết rằng sẽ bị cư dân phản đối ở trên đó như bà đã từng bị như vậy? Mỗi khi viết những status phá hoại chính sách của Hội đồng thành phố hay là mỹ dân, tôi rất tán đồng nghị trình 9.2 về quy chế ứng xử trong Hội đồng thành phố. Đó là mong muốn của hầu hết cư dân khi thấy mấy tháng gần đây hai nghị viên Nam Quang và Amy West không hề thể hiện văn hóa nghị viên, mà họ biểu hiện một cái thứ văn hóa côn đồ đường phố, khiến thành phố không thể có những buổi họp hiệu quả, mà chỉ là những phiên cãi vã phô bày sự tệ hại từ những thù ghét cá nhân, những ganh tị giành giật hạ cấp đáng xấu hổ. Cử tri chúng tôi đòi hỏi thành phố phải nhanh chóng có biện pháp mạnh mẽ nhằm chấm dứt sự hỗn xược, ngang ngược, xấu xí của hai nghị viên Nam Quang và Amy West. Thành phố phải chi tiền cho những buổi họp có hiệu quả cho cử tri, chứ không thể kéo dài tình trạng những phiên chợ của những kẻ côn đồ.
Hello, Mayor and Council. I am Nat Lynn, a resident of District 3. I must once again talk about the two council members, Nam Quan and Amy West, who are still deliberately forming gangs to spread false propaganda about the issue of changing zones and evicting residents of mobile homes. Although the city had to hold many meetings and issue many corrective notices because of the immoral, law-defying letter sent by their gang to mobile home residents announcing the eviction of mobile home residents with the aim of preventing seniors from having any peace of mind and worrying and disrupting their lives. I think mobile home residents will believe in the city's written comments, but how can they believe in the sidewalk press conferences and flyers of the candidates to deceive residents to gather votes in a dirty way? Yet their people continue to commit lies. In addition, Councilwoman Amy Van West continued to post on her personal Facebook page screaming and lying to mobile home residents. I asked Amy, why didn't she dare to post that lie on Facebook, Councilwoman? Did she know that she would be opposed by residents there, like she had been every time she wrote statuses that sabotaged the policies of the city council and demographics? I strongly agree with agenda item 9.2 on the code of conduct in the city council, which is the wish of most residents when they saw that in recent months, Council Amy and Nam Quan did not show the culture of city council members, but they showed the culture of street thugs, making it impossible for the city to have effective meetings, but only quarrels, exposing the evils of personal hatred, jealousy, competition, degradation, and shame. We, the voters, demand the city quickly take strong measures to end the insolence of arrogance and ugliness of Councilwoman Amy Van West. The city and Nam Quan, the city must spend money on effective meetings for voters and not perpetuate the situation of these thugs. Nam Quan and Amy West.
Our next speaker is Kevin Neville, followed by Michael Wynn.
Good evening, Tammy Hamill, Westminster resident, District 1. And let me just clarify, you do not speak for District 1. We are not silent. I clearly am not, so that's not an issue. You don't speak for most of us. You're speaking for your own agenda that you are being coached on. I just want to say thank you for doing this civil injunction. I mean, it's something had to be done. They keep claiming that you're not controlling the meetings. They should be happy about it, that you're going to start controlling it, and maybe it will control their behavior. I kind of doubt it, because even at the beginning of the meeting, when they try to bring on an agenda item that she should know the rules about, all I could think was, they can't even behave when we have company. Like, we have so many people here, visitors getting recognition, and they're still acting like that. So I hope that starts tonight, especially with him being gone. I think he's been here a total of about 10 minutes of this meeting so far. She's here, but she's not. She's on her phone, probably on YouTube. She's probably streaming like she's been doing, like he's been doing. And I would like to know if they are making money on these channels while they're getting paid taxpayer money to sit here and do nothing for the city except do their own agenda and try to destroy the city from within. I would like to know if that's an issue. If they are making it, because that's what, to me, would be double dipping. And I would hope that those injunctions, the fine and everything, can start tonight with her behavior, his absence. And actually, I would like it to go retroactively, but that might actually be it. Thought I had more, but thank you.
I'm going to speaker, Michael Wynn, followed by Fidel.
Hello, dear Mr. Mayor, dear Vice Mayor, and all council. My name is Michael Wynn, and I'm not live here. I'm from Washington. From my house to the border to BC, Vancouver, Canada, only 13 minutes. And the thing is, we tried to move to Westminster, but my wife said no. You know why? Because I opened every meeting in the Westminster for my wife, look at it, and she denied, said no, she don't want to move to over here. And the thing I'm come over here, I want sorry for all Westminster residents. I'm support wrong person for number one and Amy. That two people I'm support 100%. But all the minute I see what they take the action, I'm disappointed. That's all. I can heard they say. Yeah. Yeah, that's why every time, and I'm a YouTuber, every time I'm live stream for Westminster meeting, 200, 300,000 people watching, and all they got mad at this start. They said, why we don't fix that problem? Please, with the lawyer, with the mayor, how we fix that problem? We don't have any happen like before for every meeting. Thank you. I'm so sorry, all the residents of Westminster. I'm support wrong person, number one and Amy. Thank you.
Fidel, followed by Joseph Hill.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. City Attorney, I applaud you. It's about time I applaud you for guiding the circus of a council to finally address this issue and try to find a solution to resolve this problem before us that have turned us into the laughing stock of the county, if not the state. Even people living in rural areas in Vietnam, all over America, and around the world are watching our meeting to amuse themselves with disgust and pity. That's why I told you guys, Mr. Mayor, I even called you stupid before, right? That's why I told you guys I'm ashamed to have the four of you represent us in the dais as Vietnamese American, both people are Vietnamese refugees. But I guess you, Mr. Mayor, specifically, is trying to pass this resolution in order to stop the chaos, in your opinion, in your mind. So you think you can improve the situation or our reputation because you think Nam Quan and Amy, Council Member Amy Phan West or Council Member Nam Quan Nguyen are the only two that cause this problem. I don't disagree with you three on this. But what about the true cause of this problem? What do you think turned this two into such uncontrollable hecklers or hoodlums? Have you always been fair and just? Have you always presided the meeting accordingly, properly, professionally, impartially, without bias or hidden motives? Well, one of the oncologists told me people that he hates or afraid the most is self-righteousness people. I think you and your followers are that.
Our next speaker is Joseph Hill, followed by Deborah Mirska.
Hello everyone. Chúng tôi rất xấu hổ khi thành phố Westminster đã không thành thật với những người dân mobile home. Nghị trình 5.2 là một điển hình mà quý vị đã từng đủ mọi cách để che giấu không có ảnh hưởng đến người dân mobile home. Nhưng thật ra nó đã diễn ra những ngày mà người dân mobile home Green Lantern đã bị mất ngủ trong năm 2017 đến 2020. Chúng tôi được biết ngoài những vụ việc này, ông thị trưởng còn lừa bịp người dân ở tại Virginia qua việc gây quỹ tranh cử trước thượng nghị sĩ tiểu bang California vào tháng 4 năm 2004 và số tiền thu được đã cho vào quỹ tranh cử thị trưởng năm 2022 do vợ ông là bà Jackie Lane nắm giữ. Trong khi đó, chức vụ thượng nghị sĩ tiểu bang không hề có. Riêng thành phố Washington, chúng tôi thấy cơ cấu làm việc của thành phố đã bị cộng sản hóa cho dù khiếu nại về việc gian lận tài chính giữa ông thị trưởng của WCF do em vợ ông là Dominic Lê nắm đầu. Hội Đông Liên Á Mỹ và bà thân Nhật Linh đã lạm dụng gieo tiền để rửa tiền mà không hề thấy tổng quản trị trả lời về việc này. Đây là một trong những tham nhũng hối lộ quy mô nhiều phần giống hồ sơ tham nhũng của giám sát viên quận Cam Angelo. Chúng tôi yêu cầu quý vị trình bày và giải thích để công chúng nhận được những lỗi lầm, gian dối mà quý vị đã gây ra trong suốt những thời gian qua. Trở lại nghị trình 5.2 yêu cầu quý vị hủy bỏ và tách rời những khu dân cư ra khỏi chương trình cải cách phát triển của thành phố.
Has not been honest with the people of Little Saigon. Agenda 5.2 has been a prime example where you have sought every possible way to conceal its impact on the residents of Little Saigon. But in reality, it is reminiscent of the days when the residents of the Little Saigon Green Lantern neighborhood suffered from sleepless nights throughout 2017 to 2020. We have learned that besides these issues, the mayor has also deceived the people of Virginia by raising campaign funds for the California State Senate race in April 2024. And the money race has been funneled into the mayoral campaign fund for 2022, which is controlled by his wife, Jacqueline Lowe, even though the state Senate position does not exist. As for the city of Westminster, we believe that the city's operational structure has been compromised. Despite my complaints about financial fraud involving the mayor, the WCF Association, headed by his brother-in-law Dominic Lowe, the Asian American Senior Citizens Association, and Ms. Nat Lin, who have misused Zelle for money laundering, we have not seen any response from the city manager regarding these issues. This is a form of large-scale corruption and bribery that resembles the corruption cases involving Orange County Supervisor Andrew Dew. We demand that you publicly present and explain the deceitful mistakes that you have made over the past period. Returning to Agenda 5.2, We request that you withdraw and separate the residential areas from the city's development reform program.
That's all I want to say today, and I hope you guys can withdraw the 5.2. Thank you.
Followed by our final speaker, Terry Reeves. Good evening, everybody. Deborah Mariscal, Westminster, California. Would like to state that Nam Kwan is not in the meeting and has not been here for quite some time, just for the record. On behalf of the residents who come and speak, who watch on YouTube, who watch live, to all of our city staff, our police department, our attorney, our city manager, city clerk, my sincere apologies for what I consider the abuse that you have taken for the last almost 2 years, and I hope that that stops. 9.1, yes, I do believe that permits should be required not only by the person that wants to have the press release, but maybe if it's at all possible, even the number of press that are present to attend. I think that would be a good idea. 9.2, we spent way too much time in disruption. Any disruptor should be removed, so I really appreciate that. And then I just have 2 final things to say, which are proverbs. Better to be silent and thought a fool than to speak and prove it. When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Our final speaker, Terry Reeves.
Hello, item 1. Congratulations, City Clerk Orocho, on your appointment as President of the City Clerks Department of the League of California Cities and as CCAC President coming soon. Congratulations, beating records and support staff and to all who supported our fall festival, especially our great employee association title sponsors. Item 3.3, the Goodwill Proclamation is late, so I didn't hear it. The event was on the 5th. 3.4, thanks for making most of my corrections, but you missed one. 3.5, valid insurance policies and business license renewal must be obtained before executing this contract. They've expired. 3.6, great to have ARPA funds to improve our museum site. 5.2, as I reported, the staff report states the contract is to be awarded to Western State Builders, but the original attachments, agreement, and proposal were for R.E. Schultz Construction. Now corrected, you're welcome. 5.3, yes to sponsorship, but the school district is better off financially than the city, and they were not the title sponsor for our fall festival, so please consider 2,000 or 1,000 level, not 3,000. 5.4, city staff rocked the fall festival. 2 suggestions for next year: have the city council kick off on Friday night and utilize PA speakers throughout the event to make announcements of what entertainment is going on and where the stage is. 9.1, more important than the fake news resolution, is getting official, accurate information out to all the mobile home park residents ASAP. Staff issued a press release Friday as the first step. Councilmember West immediately issued her own counter press release, doubling down on their lies and basically calling city staff liars again. 9.2, an ordinance that your city attorney opined wasn't even possible, and he drafted one with errors. Per my email, government code 38513 is cited throughout. There's no such code. Should be 36813. Subject says resolution, but it's an ordinance. WMC 204060 only applies to any person in the audience. Section 2B, add or members of the public. Section 2D, 3D, add city staff and members of the public. Also add members of the public to 3F and 3H. Section E3, strike the presiding officer may choose the end of the meeting. Punish the offenders, not city staff, other council members, and the public. Add leaving the dais repeatedly for long periods, missing entire discussions of votes, and going out into the audience during the meeting. These acts most certainly disrupt MP meetings. Amend, approve, and once adopted, enforce it. And hardly wait for Amy's 1, 2, 3, 4 report from the Long Beach conference. A free vacation and meals for her and her 3 kids. How was the pool, Amy? What did you learn? Oh, I know. How do you misuse taxpayer funds? Just like your mentor, Andrew Doe. And you bet your passes.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor,
before we have a bit of comment, if any of the council wants to do it, and please put that brief comment in. I want to take this moment to thank you all again for coming out to voice your opinion. I truly appreciate your comments and also voice your opinion, whichever way it is. The second thing that I want to do is to carry Ray, our residents, as he actually look at the item and see the items, pick the comments, pick the council. But we, from council standpoint, we will be to update as it's appropriate. From the council standpoint and from the attorney standpoint. So I appreciate for that, but the third one is I have to speak here. I hope that what my expectation is the candidate for the city council should be here to present issues that this as you can see that last meeting we have the council here speaking Vietnamese, and now we don't want to have. I don't think that we want to have another council that's also speaking Vietnamese, and then this will turn into Vietnamese meeting. And I hope that you will understand that I'm very disappointed at the candidate who come up and speak Vietnamese to that. So that's one. I would like to recognize Councilman West for his comments.
Okay, Mr. Mayor and Council, I have to notes on.
Please, thank you very much. Help me to run the meeting. Go ahead and thank you.
I understand. I took notes like he told me to, so for each comment of each speaker. So I just want to let you know, what I took notes of in my answer to rebuttal this. The first person that spoke was Gigi. So I just want to address your concern. I understand that you said basically that item 9.2, which you mentioned about the decorum and whatnot. And you must understand, in the last 22 months, that we, Councilmember Nam Quang and I, have been elected by the people to be on the council here. We have been attacked by each one of you guys that comes to the meeting for the last every 2 months. And I know many of you who come here every 2 weeks, you repeat the same point, at every meeting. You present yourself as a concerned citizen, but your actions have been divisive. You haven't given us, solution that you want to fix the city since day one that we've been here on the council. You have attacked us. You have constantly patronized us and biased against us. But yet you praised Charlie, Kimberly Hall, and Monzo constantly. And, you say you're neutral, but you're not. You're biased. And the thing is that we, as Councilman Nam Quang and I are here, we're more than happy to hear your guys' concern. I even offer, many times if you look back on the council meeting, that I offer you guys to come to my office, especially Terry Ring, I've offered that to you, but you have not come for 5 times I've offered it. So the thing is that if you guys have I haven't finished. I took notes of each person. That is what you told me to do. Take notes and then talk with them. That's what I'm doing.
You have used for one person. You have how many minutes you used already?
That is
just a brief comment, please. Just
Michael. Okay, so now that is fine. I'm going to go to each person that I took notes on. So you're talking about. We're going to talk about fake news. And like I walked in earlier, if you guys, I encourage you guys, look at the agenda item on 5.2 on September 11th. So the council board here, the mayor, Kimberly Ho, and Carlos voted to pass an ordinance, pass basically a mayor. We can't have this, mayor. Mayor said we already
I will have one more minute for quick comment and I will stop you. Sorry. 1 minute.
Okay, may I finish?
Go ahead.
I have the floor.
1 minute for
You don't tell us,
Go ahead.
I took notes, so each person, I'm gonna address their concern.
No. You want to see
Don't have a narrative, this is where I share, they have shared their grievances, I'm responding back to their grievances.
You want to see 1 minute.
Okay, so may I finish? I have the floor, Mr. Mayor. May I
You have
finish?
1 minute.
Okay, so anyways, thank you.
41 seconds.
I came, why do you keep interrupting me, Mr. Mayor? I
Go ahead.
reclaim my time.
Go.
You said you want to enforce the Robert's Rule of Order. Please follow it. When someone has the floor, don't interrupt them. And you're doing the same thing to distract me from answering their grievances, and that's unfair and biased. So regarding the fake news, that's the reason why I walk in an urgent item to where it is a red zone to protect the resident and the low-income people in the mobile home park. With this redevelopment, rezoning, it will kick you guys out.
Thank you.
Super rude. This is unacceptable. This is not all of the
I'm asking you to stop this now. You are not
City Attorney, I want to ask him.
Please stop.
City Attorney, so what is
Please
his
stop.
rights when he met
I am
with
running the
notes?
meeting.
And
Okay,
so I
please.
took notes, so am I supposed to address?
Anything else for the here?
City Attorney, what is
Yes,
the right?
Councilmember, Go. Thank you, Mayor.
The mayor sets the rules. City Attorney,
You say briefly,
and that's what I am addressing.
Don't spend your time gracefully.
The city attorney, not to respond,
Answer that.
please. Go ahead.
Oh, so now the legal attorney cannot answer our question.
I am running the meeting.
Represent just uninformed. How ridiculous this is, guys. If you guys are electing people who is Gestapo, Gestapo,
You are not recognized this time.
They are Gestapo, guys. It's a dictator.
Gestapo.
You have your time to wait.
Gestapo.
You have your time to wait. You will
That's
listen.
unacceptable.
You will listen to Councilmember Benzo. You will do the good comment as I asked you to do.
You did not allow me to address the residents' concern. So that's what I'm doing.
I should sit down. So if she has got a question, then let her ask the question.
There's disruption in the chamber. Can you please address that since you're the chair?
You don't know how to run a meeting.
Right there.
That's you first.
Mr. Mayor, can you tell your lovers over there to shut up? Say it.
No.
Mr. Mayor, can you tell your lovers down there to shut up, please?
It's not.
Why are you silencing council when there's disruption in the chamber and you can't even handle it?
This time I won't recognize Councilmember Benzo for a brief comment, please. Councilmember Mayor.
Members of the public who are coming out and expressing their concerns. Please keep it down, because when the audience gets rowdy, it kind of extends to this council. So I ask for your help in keeping the quorum out of the public. I know it's hard, but please, you guys show us, the people that don't understand quorums, show us how to do it up here, because some of us don't know how to be respectful. I find it very horrific that two members of the council continue to manipulate members of our community, especially the non-English speaking as a first language, and since they're only doing it in the Vietnamese language.
Okay, so now you're concerned about the Vietnamese speaking. Okay, so whenever that I speak Vietnamese.
Wait for your turn. Okay, you want to brief comment? Wait for your turn, please. Okay. Hold on. Wait for your turn. If you want to have a brief comment, I ask you, Councilman, let Councilman finish his comment. Can you go ahead and address
So I'm asking the community to please help us keep this meeting in order by doing your best to, keep your tempers down. I know it's hard, and I find it very horrific that these two council members continue to lie to the community to scare them. I think it puts the city as a risk liability, because I can only see a lawsuit coming from residents who are taking this meeting as a city issue, and they're spreading false information to the community. So I wish they would stop.
Okay.
Thank you, Charlie. I want to respond to you about the comment that you just made earlier about me speaking Vietnamese. If you ever let me have enough time, okay, I want to speak in Vietnamese and English. Okay, so you are the one that take away the time that the council member allowed to speak. So you are a liar. And you are a hypocrite. Okay. Okay. And then tell your lover down there to shut up. Tell her.
Will you please help me to?
Okay, that's all I want to say. Okay.
Okay, moving on. The next thing is the consent calendar. All members listed under the consent calendar are considered to be approved by a single motion, followed by a roll call vote.
Sorry,
There will be, please, please, please,
why don't why why tại sao cái giờ này tôi không cho tôi lên nói, tôi đã ghi nhận rằng là tại sao cái này
you are disrupting the meeting. You are disrupting the meeting. I am issuing a first warning to you. I am issuing a first warning to you.
Is she late?
No, she
That's a real you have to get back to the message.
bây giờ luật sư, tôi đề nghị luật sư và tôi đã ghi nhận rằng là tại sao không cho tôi nói. Nếu mà tại thành phố này bây giờ ông đi bộ đây, ông cầm tay.
What? Name? So it was a mistake, huh?
she rode on the wrong car. So then she wasn't
Okay.
and then we told the mayor.
So she requested.
I ask you back to the council. I ask you have no right at this time. You have no right to speak at this time. If you want to, you can go back there.
3 minutes.
What? You either take the role as a city council or you can take a role as a public member. Which one do you choose? No.
Yes, I am. I'm president of Westminster.
Okay. At this time here, I want to, I will be continuing the motion for consent calendar.
How come you didn't let her talk?
I want you to hold it right now. I want you to hold it, okay? I want you to hold it. Let me ask.
She was just making a point. She didn't.
I was informed to put in the request card. But see, the request card is for non-agenda item, which is not at the time yet. So, this time I ask you for the third time. I ask you for the third time. Okay. If the truck has one for you, I ask,
Just direct them to have it go.
I ask you to leave the council. Okay. Please, see left, the council chambers, and I will give the third warning. At this time, I ask the police, not to go back to the council. Otherwise, I have to,
Warning?
it's already 3 warnings, okay? You don't need to talk about it. You have to do your job for free after that. Please. Done. Okay, at this time, I would like to continue if there is any motion for consent.
You gonna pull it?
Yes, I'd like to pull 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6.
Can you turn my mic on so I can request an item to be pulled?
3.4, 3.5, 3.6.
Okay, I also want to request, since you, Mr. Napa, pulled 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, I want to pull 3.8 and also 4.1. We're not 4.1 yet. Actually, we're going to discuss that in a bit, the billboard. So 3.4, 3.8 would be great. Which one would you have again?
3.4, 5, and 6.
Motion to, the rest.
So
Except for,
the rest.
okay, move to approve the rest except for 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6, and 3.8. By, council member,
Vice Mayor.
Vice Mayor, and second by, council
Mayor. I have a motion made by Vice Mayor Hubble, second by Councilmember Alonso. This is to approve the consent calendar with the exception of 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, and 3.8, pulled for separate discussion. I'll go to call roll. Councilwoman Jeff West.
And West, yes.
Councilmember Alonso.
Yes.
Councilmember Wing.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes.
Mayor Wing.
Yes.
Motion carried 5-0.
Okay, at this time, item 2.4, continue from October 9, 2024, regular city council meeting, approval of the toll services agreement for the Westminster Police Department rotation of toll program. This item approved by council member Wood.
I'm going to recuse myself again from this.
Sure.
Okay. All right, thank you, Charlie. Can I ask a question? Okay. So for now, how many companies that we are about to enter a contract with them for the towing service?
We currently have one. We're looking for 3 or 4 is the goal.
Okay, so how long does it take you for the police department to get the second one and the third one and the fourth one?
First, we would have to meet with all the interested tow companies, and then they would have to pass the CHP's inspection before we can even take them on into our program.
Okay, so can you just throw me a wild guess, like how long it's going to take you?
The goal is to have it done by the end of the year if it's approved tonight.
Okay, Councilwoman from West, do you have any question? Thank you.
So like I wanted to make an appointment to sit with you guys.
Okay, it's going to be 5 minutes for each, please, so I'll ask you to go ahead and.
What are you, a mayor?
In 30 minutes. Go ahead.
So, Weber, thank you for being here tonight. You know, we always support you guys, but we just need more information. Thus, I wanted to sit down with you guys to go over, you know, different. I guess I wanted to make an appointment with Chief, but he's on vacation right now, so he won't be back in 10 days, right? So, can I schedule an appointment because I would love to know what's going on and to sit down with those tow company. Just to get more information and input on what the chief says regarding that. Is that a possibility for me to make an appointment with the chief of police and come back?
Yeah, you're always more than welcome to make an appointment with the chief. I have the Commander Drennan here, who's the expert on this topic, and he should be able to answer any questions you would have if you'd like.
I mean, I would love for the information to present, but as I say, I would love to sit down and get time to chew on those information. It's important because every decision I make, it affects my constituent and the people in the city of Westminster. So I want to make sure I do diligent. It's just, you can present it if you want to, but I will continue, I need to sit down and chew on those.
Why didn't you chew before you came here?
I did try to send an appointment, and he's not here this week.
Let us give some 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't be rude.
I ask you to be quiet, please. Okay, I don't know, if you don't give your 5 minutes once a week, then that's your problem.
Okay, so, I mean, if you want to present, you can, but, if it's possible, can you put me down for the calendar for chief? To go over this, thank you, Weber.
Would you like us to talk about it, or
Uh,
a specific question?
Well, you can talk about it if you like, about just the tow company, like, I guess Mr. Nampron just asked, what company are you guys already have right now? And then you guys are looking for new ones.
We haven't met with any of the new ones yet. Until this agreement is approved, we can't meet with the tow company. We currently are only operating with one.
But I thought the company we have right now were pretty good with the towing.
No, they're fantastic, but you need multiple companies on the call in case we have big accidents or more than one accident at one time. We need access to more tow trucks so we can clear the road faster.
So right now, you guys only have one, is that what you're
Right now,
saying?
we currently only have one, yes. And we haven't met with any other companies. We can't without this agreement being approved.
Okay, so you want more than one? I mean, how many people are in that company that does the tow in their routes? Do you know?
I don't know how many employees they have, but in my 2.5 decades working for this city, we've always had a minimum of 3.
Then what happened to the two?
One sold, and then one we can't speak of right now. The city attorney addressed that last thing.
So tell me.
Sir,
Okay.
So one sold the company, and then we have one that you guys can't talk about. Okay, and yeah, that's why I want to sit down with you guys for that reason. You know what I mean? If you guys can't publicly speak about it, then at least as a council member, I need that information to make decisions.
We can't publicly speak on it because of possible litigation.
So.
It's not something we can, the city attorney made a ruling on this last meeting.
So they did something fraudulent, is that what it is?
I'm not gonna, city attorney?
No, you can't do it.
Okay,
What's before you is a process. The council has an opportunity to approve a process of having a rotational tow, hire these companies to be on a rotation. That's what's to be considered by the council, not the individual tow companies, and so we don't want to get into that. But you can discuss the process. This is pretty standard for our cities to have this kind of a rotation. So we don't have one
so
company.
from what I'm understanding, Mr. Carlos wants to excuse himself because of potential conflict of these lists of tow company have donated to him, is that correct? Well, that's the reason why. So I want to sit down and talk to chief regarding all this company that you guys listed here. I just want to get more information, so with that, I guess I yield my time.
Thank you very much. If you allow me to go before you, I will take 5 minutes, but we will start. I just wonder, this is, let me read the item in 3.4. Continue from the October 9, 2024 regular city council meeting. This is a continued item. What did you do for the last 2 weeks? You haven't done a thing, or you haven't get to with the chief, and now you're asking for another 2 weeks. Why are you doing that to all of us here? And the next time you will ask for another 2 weeks, are you going to keep this moving out? I don't think that you are doing diligently your job.
ask a council to review the item before you do a council meeting. This is a continual item from October 8, 2024 regular city council meeting. It is be on the agenda right there. That's it. That's all I have. That's the level.
Yes, I do request that you chew before you come to the meeting. And, as I noticed that it says continue from October 9th, and so everything is, because you are the holdup, so it's not good for our city to not be able to move forward. And to have a rotational toll program, if we need more than one. So that's all I have to say, we need to move forward.
So my statement as to that is because, okay, can I have second round? Because
No,
we have two rounds.
you done?
No, she's done.
Okay. Next is, are you having anything, Councilmember?
Hey, just spoke.
Councilmember, because he go before you, so.
Okay, let me ask, let me ask Deputy Chief Weber. So when we enter this agreement, so the agreement going to be with the towing company right now, or what this is agreement about?
The one we're currently using?
Right.
They would have an opportunity to do this agreement, yes.
And why we need an agreement? Because I think we already have the agreement with this current towing service, right?
Why do we need this agreement?
Right.
This agreement lays out the rules that the tow companies have to follow. So we make sure that they're not breaking any rules, or they're not overcharging our residents, or doing things that we wouldn't support in the city.
Okay. So as far as I understand, this is the new agreement that you guys come up with, right?
The old agreement expired. We're trying to renew this agreement.
Okay, got it. So what is the difference between the expired one with the new one?
There were a couple changes. The biggest one was we moved the mileage the company could be out of the city just a little bit because we didn't have enough companies in the city currently. But we want to make sure that the response times are short enough, so we extended the mileage a little bit, but they would still be able to be here in a timely manner.
Okay, do we have the, the item that I once mentioned to the chief that the towing service company, they are not allowed to charge the people on the day that they are not working, which is Sunday. Do we have that clause in the new agreement?
You wanted the after hours fee waived?
No, like I've been to a lot of towing service company, and they close on Sunday, but they still charge the people, on Sunday, which is the day that they don't work. So do we have that clause in the agreement? I want it included.
We have an after hours fee established in the agreement, yes.
No.
I guess to clarify, is there anything in the agreement that requires them to be available on a Sunday?
Yes.
So they have to be available in order to qualify as a qualified company, but there is a fee associated with the.
Yes, an after hours.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Are you my time?
Thank you very much. Before I start with the Councilman Western Messenger, I just want
I need to see the agreement because I know that they charge the people on Sunday, but they don't work Sunday.
It will be one. So sorry about that. I don't want to do that. If the meeting is going well, and we can put that in the following manner, then I have to do that. So I apologize for that and hope you understand. Now, I want to recognize our Councilmember West for the city for this time.
Okay, I want to address your comment, Mr. Mayor, earlier. So the thing is that, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Monzo, which he's not here because he recused himself, so it's you guys too. You guys can decide however you want to vote. It's your vote, your choice, and you represent your district and city, Westminster. But the thing is that when you are condescending the whole night, and you've been doing this forever, because you guys have the majority, so you're doing to the minority in the council chamber here, and all of us have one vote. And it's very disrespectful to be condescending to your colleagues. And that's unacceptable when you talk about decorum and ethical. What you guys are doing is putting the other colleagues down. We work hard to be elected by the people, and we're representing the people. So the majority of the people in my district who voted for me, over 4,000 people. So the thing is that I'm addressing you, your comment.
No.
So you can agree or disagree, it's up to you, but I am responding back to your comment. So you guys can vote however, but you don't need to, put your colleagues down or belittle them. And the thing is that all of us do our studying. You think you're the only one who reads the agenda? You know how many agenda I read and put notes on? Because I write them down. So it is very condescending and unacceptable behavior for the council on here to talk like that to your colleagues. And then the other thing is, thanks for presenting. I will make that appointment with Chief when he comes back, and we will go forward with the vote. So I motion to move this item forward for a vote.
I second.
Okay, this time I recognize if there's any doubt. And I'm good. But going call for the vote.
Thank you. And motion made by Councilman Jen West, seconded by Councilmember Wayne, to approve the tow services agreement for tow service providers desiring to participate in the Westminster Police Department's regional tow program. I'm going to call for roll. Councilman Jen West.
Well, I guess I want to move forward to this vote, but can I substitute or kind of edit the motion a little bit? City Attorney?
Yes.
It is your motion, so I'd like to amend it.
So I was wondering if we can push this till we sit down with the guys and talk about the situation with the other tow and all the tow that company that's listed on here. That's my substitute modification to the motion before we vote.
I guess it's the same.
So we sit down.
To continue the item until you sit down with staff.
Exactly.
We would need some kind of date certain, I would say.
When is she back? 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay, so you'd like to continue this to the next meeting, which is scheduled on November 13th?
Perfect.
Does the second agree to that?
Second.
All right, so I have a motion made by Councilwoman Jen West, seconded.
Before you call for the vote, let me actually my substitute motion. My substitute motion is to do nothing.
To what?
You're not. This is the same thing I'm pushing forward for 2 more weeks.
You said I'm doing nothing.
To not approve.
Not approve.
To take no action. Or to not approve.
No.
Okay.
Not approve my motion? Is that what you're asking?
Not approve this time today.
That is pushing back to 2 weeks till we sit down.
Your motion is back about 2 weeks,
Is there a second to the motion to take no action, or the substitute motion to take no action?
A second.
Okay, so I have the substitute motion made by Mayor Wing, seconded by Vice Mayor Bell to take no action on the item. I'll go to call for the substitute motion. Councilwoman Jen West.
City manager, I'm confused. Can you please explain? Because that's a similar So I'm not gonna comment on the motion, but I do want to comment on the fact that our agreements are gonna expire. So what does that mean for towing in our city? Yeah, why, Mr. Mayor? Don't you want to help them? We just want to sit.
Well, I want to help them and.
But you're not approving this.
Yes, you don't, you want to approve this, I don't know.
That's what we say to sit down.
You said that.
So,
You want to delay it until next time, then.
which is 2 more weeks when we sit down, but you didn't want to do
If
that.
that's the case, if that's the case, let me revise that motion. My substitute motion is to approve that.
Does the second agree with that substitute amendment?
All right. Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
You are such a flip-flopper.
So I have an amended substitute motion made by Mayor Quinn, seconded by Vice Mayor Hill, to approve the tow services agreement for tow service providers desiring to participate in the Westminster Police Department's rotational tow program.
Yes, the reason I make the substitute motion, I revised the substitute motion, because he asked to help them to get it going. So, just want to make it clear.
You change your mind a lot.
So all
What I want to say is that by voting yes, we could still have you sit down with the chief in 2 weeks,
Yes.
maybe. So,
All right.
yes, we still have you. However you want. So we're making a motion. There's a motion on the floor, substitute motion, so can you please vote?
I'll call roll for the substitute motion. Councilman West.
Substitute motion now.
Councilmember Quinn.
No.
Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes.
Mayor Wynn.
Yes.
Motion 2-2.
Okay, then call for the original motion.
Original motion is, motion was made by Councilmember West, seconded by Councilmember Wynn, to continue the item to the next regular meeting to be held on November 13th, 2024. I'll go to call roll. Councilmember West.
West, yes.
Councilmember Wynn.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hill.
No.
Mayor Wynn.
No.
Motion failed 2-2.
All right, moving on to the next.
Let me just jump in here. Legally speaking, are we gonna run into an issue here where we don't have tow coverage?
Yeah. I don't know. I did revise my motion just so that we can do this in business, according to the person in the West, but it's not going to.
I just want to check with the police to make sure.
Why didn't you allow us another 2 weeks?
Mr. Mayor. Either way, we won't know today. We've already done, right? So can we go to the next one?
So, my understanding is that, this is a staff item, and staff always can bring it back, right? Whenever they think it's right?
Well, yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you, that's it. Okay, moving on to item 5.5. Approve, amendment number 1 to the agreement with for continuing operational center coordination services in fiscal year 2024-2025. This item is approved by Councilmember Wynn. You're recognized.
Yes. Can I ask a question about this emergency operations center?
Can I suggest that when we have these kinds of items, that if there's major questions about it, just have staff give a staff report on it?
Yes, please.
Because I think it will be helpful to lay out what the agreement's for and that sort of thing. A brief, I would.
Well, I think in the interest of time for items that are pulled from the consent calendar, it's easier if the council member just asks the question, then we can address it directly.
Yes, okay, move on.
Okay. Can I have a question with whoever that's responsible for this?
Sure. Yeah, ask the question and we'll have the.
All right. So this is the first time that I heard about the Anna Burton Emergency Operations Center. Last year, I didn't heard about this. I didn't hear about this. Okay, so where is it at, and why we have this?
I can call Anna up and she can answer.
Yes, please.
Good evening, Anna Burton.
Okay.
The position that I currently fill under this contract is providing emergency management services, and part of that is the coordination of our emergency operations center. This is the center that's used to bring city staff together. We work with local agencies, all city departments, the county, the state, and most importantly with FEMA. If we have a catastrophic emergency, this would be the coordination to identify how we can collect and reimburse ourselves for any public infrastructure losses, and also identify grants to support us in our emergency management programs.
Okay, so how long have you been working with us, the city?
The contract was first initiated November 1st of last year. This is the first renewal.
Okay, this is for Deputy Chief Weber. So I believe that when I visit the police department, I noticed that we have a big room that used for that will be used for the emergency, right?
Yes.
Okay. So why we have this emergency operations center and what going to be with the police in case of emergency like this? You know, what will you do?
So the emergency operations center would be activated, and those people who are identified in those core roles and positions would be asked to respond to the emergency center and then begin the coordination of the city's response. And that could be situation assessment, supporting the field operations, and then working with the county and our other mutual aid partners.
So this is for Christian. How come I didn't hear about this? That's you.
How did we hear about us hiring an emergency coordinator?
Yeah. Do we have a agreement and?
She has, there is an agreement, that's why this is a renewal.
All right, but.
Well, previously, who was doing it before? Sorry, who was doing it before? We had a couple of other emergency services coordinators. Robert Acosta was one at one point. Mike Segura was another one at one point. But we, you know, as a city entity, we should always have an emergency services coordinator. So.
Yeah, if I could speak to this, this is just, I mean, if an emergency happens, such as we've seen on the East Coast recently, or in any earthquake or a thing of that nature, we have to be ready to get right on top of it very quickly. So this particular role helps to make sure that we're ready for that, that staff that are in the city are prepared, that everything's organized, that they know where they're supposed to go, what they're supposed to do. It's someone who's the central point to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do in the event that something happens. So we really need this position. It could be an employee, or in this case, contracting with somebody who has a lot of experience to do it. And so I would just point out that this is an important role, very important role.
Okay, go back to my question. I feel like this is a redundancy because I think this is the police department job to arrange on this. And then now we have to bring in a third party, like an outside company to do it for us.
She's specialized. She's been training them. She ran a tabletop exercise with the department heads at one of their last department head meetings. I think the missing piece here is in a major emergency, like say what the city attorney brought up, a hurricane in Florida, it's not necessarily police that are the ones that are coordinating all the services. We do the emergencies, the rescues and stuff like that. She's the one leading staff to make sure they have all their ducks in a row for maybe FEMA funding, Red Cross, getting public works out to help with the flooding or stuff like that. She's the one that not only trains us, but orchestrates us through these events.
Is your question whether it's a contract versus an employee? Is that part of your question? Because regardless, so some cities have someone that is in-house as part of, if it's a fire department, maybe someone with their fire department or someone with their police department. We have not had one on our payroll
quite some time, has been contracted for even before I got here. So, it's someone with very specialized expertise, and Anna can talk a little bit more about, where she's worked if you like. But she's got a particular skill set that not
Right.
necessarily.
Okay. I just want to make it clear that I have nothing to against you, but I just want to make it clear. Right. Thank you, Anna.
I'd like to choose to go before these people move these council here. I don't have any problem with this. And
So I need to see which kind of person the previous the generation.
Everybody understands and the council understands that the last thing we want to happen is that there is an emergency, an earthquake, that everybody's scrambling and not know what to do, and everybody's looking to somebody else for direction, and then we're caught basically with their pants down. But thank you very much for your service, for 1 year, and continue your service for the next year. Thank you.
I have a motion made by Mayor Wing, seconded by Councilmember Monzo. This is to approve amendment number 1 to the agreement with M&M Burton for continued emergency operations center coordination services for a 1-year term beginning November 1st, 2024 through October 31st, 2025. In the amount of $82,560, and authorize the city manager or her designee to execute amendment number 1 to the agreement in a form approved by the city attorney. I'll go call roll.
Council Mayor, I would like to make a statement.
If you want to talk, you can talk during the time that we vote.
You guys never went around.
We have gone through that already, so go ahead and call for the vote, please.
Councilman West.
So I just want to say thank you for this emergency service. It's very important, and I see the value of it. And for me, I want to say thank you, and yes, I approve this.
Councilmember Monzo.
Yes.
Councilmember Wing.
Okay. Miss Ann, can you tell your lovers to shut up? She's sitting down there. Okay, go back to Ann.
And watch what you say.
I will. All right. So, but make sure that she shut up when we are talking here. All right. So later on, I know what's going on, what to do. Thank you, Ann. I approve it. Yes.
Carried 5-0.
Can you? Yes.
Next item is 2.6, contract for the
Thank you.
Let me talk restoration projects. For work of contract for the Lakey Park or restoration projects, project number P-2614. This item by Councilman Wayne. Your turn.
Okay. All right. One of the things that I